across the. I am Dana Malcolm. This is your top stories morning edition for Tuesday, March 26th, 2024. Coming up, it is the news that matters most.
Everyone's getting more with BIP. Huge discounts on meals, beverages, auto care, gym memberships, and more. Check out BIP's TCI Deals and Offers channel today. Looking to rent an apartment or get your apartment rented? Allow TCI's Apartments for Rent now on BIP. You can also earn extra cash for items that you no longer have use for. List and sell it on BIP TCI's marketplace. BIP has rewards, secret messaging, and 10-way video calls. So what are you waiting for? Start living and get BIPing.
4 days before the government's deadline to decide on an electricity rate increase, Kyle Knowles, Minister of Public Safety and Utilities, has announced a 2-month consultation to guide utility regulation reform in the Turks and Caicos, beginning immediately. Knowles maintained that with the obvious limitations of the existing regulatory framework to effectively manage and mitigate current issues, including water shortages caused by an increase in population, it was time for a change. The government is adamant that it wants to hear from all stakeholders, customers, and providers on the draft policy. Consultations began on the 25th. The Turks and Caicos is on the road to creating a gender equality policy, but they want the opinions of stakeholders to shape it. Consultations on the policy began yesterday, March 25th, and will last until this Thursday. TCIG says the core function of gender equality policies are to correct the systems, structures, habits, and cultures that create gender inequalities. The stakeholders involved are working with the Department of Gender Affairs and UN Women to close out what will be the final round of consultations. The Turks and Caicos Islands should be seeing sunny skies today, Tuesday, March 26th, after the last vestiges of bad weather caused by a cold front across the islands passed on Monday. So far, neither the Department of Disaster Management and Emergencies, DDME, or the Ministry of Physical Planning have shared any significant damage assessments. No reports of significant flooding were shared with the news team over the weekend. Magnetic Media is your news leader.
The National Health Insurance Plan has over 37,000 contributors.
That's 37,000 of us working together to take care of one another.
Your contribution ensures my wife and unborn child gets the prenatal care they deserve.
Your contribution helps me to afford my medication.
Your contribution has helped my loved one receive treatment during their untimely emergency.
Your contribution gives my family peace of mind. So thank you
for your contribution.
This message has been brought to you by the National Health Insurance Board, building a healthy nation, one person at a time.
No updates have come from police regarding the identity or motive related to the most recent murder in the Turks and Caicos carried out on March 18th. The man was killed in 5 Keys following a shooting and is yet to be identified. Additionally, without sufficient information to make a case, police have freed a person of interest in the Waimara killing. The Q-Town resident was brought in by the tactical unit in relation to the March 5th shooting of a young man at Waimara Resort. Having been arrested, the suspect spent a few days at the police station, but without charge, he has now been released pending further investigation. The Ministry of Health and Human Services says it has successfully launched the Electronic Patient Care Report, EPCR. The EPCR system will be available to healthcare providers across the country, including EMS, and will provide patient info with immediacy. It is supposed to streamline the documentation process, enhance communication, and ensure the seamless transfer of patient information between emergency responders and healthcare facilities, allowing professionals to see firsthand the medical history of their patients. The power of attraction. Magnetic Media.
There is always a savings and a smile in every islet. Sunny Foods, with locations near you, you can shop wholesale or retail for groceries and other essentials for your home or your business. Visit Sunny Foods in 5 Keys. Sunny Foods now at the Blue Hills Roundabout. Sunny Foods in Grand Turk has 2 locations in West Road and Back Salina. Sunny says no one beats his prices. No one.
Election hopefuls who were unsuccessful in their bids for PDM All-Island candidates may have another chance to run for the opposition in district seats. So said letters which were dispatched to the 14 PDMs not selected to fill the 5 at-large spots for the party. 19 people applied to be in the All-Island or at-large group. Hours ahead of the formal announcement of the 5 chosen, letters of notice were dispatched saying in part, quote, "We have not ratified applications for the constituencies and will be in contact with you over the next few weeks once this process has been completed." The PDM leader Edwin Astwood maintained that the decision had been difficult due to the caliber of applicants. Reactions to the selection of Robert Bean, Sean Astwood, Ralph Higgs, and sisters Karen Malcolm and Ruth Ariza were congratulations and prayers for success. Comments were overwhelmingly positive, although some had concerns about 2 sisters being chosen to run, while more were disappointed that other big names had not made the cut. Around 3,600 residents tuned into the announcement of those PDM candidates last Friday. Former Tourism Minister Ralph Higgs is giving experienced Turks and Caicos an F grade in its operations so far. He says the DMMO's existence has not contributed to the apparent growth in tourism, which the TCI is currently enjoying. Ralph Higgs maintains there is no comprehensive or strategic marketing plan in place to keep the country visible in the marketplace since the Ministry of Tourism has closed representative offices in the United States, Canada, and other markets. For the weather in the Turks and Caicos Islands today, it will be partly cloudy with a high at 79 degrees Fahrenheit. For tonight, partly cloudy still with a low at 71 degrees Fahrenheit. That is it for this edition of the news. I am Dana Malcolm. Thank you for joining us.